love what we do here, please consider backing us on Patreon.
It would be an understatement to say that this year has not exactly gone the way most people thought it would. Um, in an ideal world, a lot of things are different, even on this channel. As you guys know, at the beginning of this year, we went through a lot of issues having to clean up age-restricted videos. These are what are known as ineligible videos. There are other kinds of ineligible videos, though. The other main one, and alongside with age-restricted videos, would be copyright claim videos. Their copyright claim videos do not necessarily negatively impact your account the way age-restricted videos can. However, they're dead weight. So that is what you've been seeing here lately when it comes to like Final Approach and Terror Among Us. You've been seeing re-uploads of old ineligible videos being recut and re-uploaded. These are important. This channel right now is not producing the type of traffic that it was 6 months ago when we lost so many videos through either retroactive age restrictions that I can't, the scenes, they couldn't be overturned. Also through retroactive copyright claims, even this year, we've lost more popular videos. So, even just in the last month or two, we lost the on-screen KK tribute through a retroactive age restriction, and then we lost the Stephanie Scott caught scene through a retroactive copyright claim. It's been unlisted. So the caught scene had almost 600,000 views. The KK tribute had over 1 million views. They were two of our three most popular videos at the time. So when you start losing your highest traffic videos, your channel starts to take a hit. And if you go back over the last 16 months, we've lost so many videos through retroactive age restrictions or copyright claims. Virtually all at this point, damn near all. And there's two other kinds of restrictions that make a video partially ineligible. One would be the new made for kids content stuff. We don't have to worry about any of that. But videos that are deemed only suitable to run limited ads, those also can hurt you in one sense, at least. If you try and get them manually reviewed and you lose your request, they're essentially blacklisted like an age-restricted video. They no longer get promoted. So going back over a year and a half ago, I tried getting the Jessica Alba flipper scene reviewed, and it was deemed not suitable for all advertisers, and as soon as that happened, all the traffic to it died. So that was our most popular KK episode at the time by a long shot, by a long distance, I should say. Quite a gap there between it and its nearest competitor at the time. And when you lose ownership of your best videos, it really starts to take a pounding. So that's why you're seeing so many re-uploads. These videos are being recut and re-uploaded to eliminate either just copyright claims or also some questionable material that caused the video to only be suitable for limited ads, or both in the case of Terror Among Us. And this is something I should have been doing over the course of the last 16 months. As a video turned ineligible through either an age restriction or a copyright claim or limited ads, I should have been redoing them as they came in. That way I wouldn't have to do so many at once, and we wouldn't have had the problems we ran into back at the beginning of the year. And we'd have so much more traffic now because these videos would be older and they'd be recirculated. So that was a mistake I made that I'm trying to make up for now. Like I told you before, I turned a lot of old unlisted videos back to public, and that's been bringing in a little more traffic. But I got to get all this dead weight recut and re-uploaded and recirculating. So that's why you're seeing these re-uploads. We started the year off with probably 50 or 60 ineligible videos on this channel through either age restrictions or copyright claims. The goal is by the end of the year to only have a dozen or so ineligible videos, all through just copyright claims, the manual ones. So you're going to see several dozen more re-uploads over the course of this year. Um, I wanted to talk to you about recap number 22 that just came out, the Veronica Runaway scene. Um, Not really a true recap. Quite honestly, more of a re-upload. The difference between re-uploads and recaps are recaps typically contain higher quality footage and a different edit, adding more context to the scene, and then there's new commentary with the girls. In this case of the recap 22, it was really just a re-upload with new commentary. It was the exact same footage as the original episode. That original episode was one of few of the original 80 that I used high quality footage for. So it was the same exact footage, just chopped down for copyright reasons, mixed with new commentary. So it wasn't a true recap. I have, however, gotten access to all of those episodes in full HD, so even better quality than the already good quality we have. And I'm going to be able to add more context to that scene. There was some more stuff going on there with the car that was chasing them that is quite interesting. So at some point by the end of the year, I'm going to get a true recap 22 out with higher quality footage and better context. That's one of the differences between our scenes here and the scene uploaders, the freebooters out there, is that because I'm not a bondage pornographer and I'm actually a real writer and producer, I have the ability, I have the desire, I should say, to actually make a real edit. That Veronica Runaway edit was not my edit. That's an old um, video I had from years ago that I found, not my edit work. You've seen my edit work in the case of like Saws, Savachi, um, far superior. So I'm going to do my own edit on Veronica Runaway at some point by the end of the year and get a true recap 22 out. So you got to be on the lookout for the re-uploads. Re-uploads are just the original episode with less footage for copyright reasons, whereas a recap typically has enhanced footage, more context, and new commentary. So yeah, there's going to be more re-uploads, and that's just something we have to do. What else are we working on? Well, I wanted to give you a little bit of a notification about Patreon. Okay, Patreon, we've used Patreon for almost 4 years now. It's by far the best distribution source for online content creators. So many awesome things to it. One of the reasons it's so great has been no sales tax, at least not in the United States. That's going to be changing starting July 1st. For 36 states, depending on what your rewards are, there will be sales tax added to you guys. I won't have anything to do with that, just like I don't have anything to do with the VAT tax. It comes from Europe right now. So some of you, depending on what you're getting and what state you live in, will be hit with a sales tax. This is a new law regarding digital sales that's supposed to be getting like people like Amazon and Etsy, but it's also going to Patreon. So that's something we have to deal with. My apologies for that, but it's out of my hands. I don't control sales tax. So that is something that is changing. So I wanted to make you aware of that. As far as other things going on, one of the reasons I'm doing the cleanup, deleting these ineligible videos, these copyright claim videos, is because it's a preemptive measure. 6 months ago, there was nothing wrong with having a bunch of age-restricted videos on your channel. And then all of a sudden, there was. We did a lot of changes here. We have a new channel name, a new channel image. Cleaning up the ineligible videos is playing the long game, because for all I know, at the end of this year, they could say, you got too many copyright claim videos, your partnership's suspended. I don't see that happening because they've been clear about copyright stuff, but you never know. So I'm trying to prevent any problems. And I know you guys want new content, so let's talk about new content. International scenes is where we're headed with the new content. That's why we recap 22 was an international scene we had done. This is where we're looking to go. How we do new KK episodes here, which is now technically called crime coverage, even though we're going to be using the old Kidnappers Corner intro for the next 5. I do need to get a new intro made, some kind of video. Need some help with that. Or also have to make some crappy picture or something. I'm not good with editing video like that, those kind of intro kind of videos. I don't have the programming for it. How we do new KK episodes, we typically do them in 5 episode cycles. That's the way we've done it forever, really, since at least still right after we started. 5 episode cycles. The episodes all have a recurring theme. Sometimes we'll do multiple cycles if we have a lot of scenes that fall into that theme. We're going to international scenes. So many good ones. And we're going to be doing multiple cycles of international scenes. I filmed with the girls commentary for the next 5. So that's what's coming. We got a Hindi Bollywood scene. We got a German scene, a British scene, another Russian scene, and then another German scene for the next 5. No Turkish scenes yet. I know that those are regarded as the best. We'll have some of those. Believe me, I got some for you. But that's what we have coming up for the next 5 international scenes. And like I said, I got a lot more planned after that. Have not filmed the commentary yet, but I did talk about international scenes with the girls, so I'm going to show you a video of that after this. One thing I'll say, the one thing that's rough about international scenes, and one of the good things is that all these episodes of these shows these days are available on YouTube with no money required to see them. You just run the ads. But most of these international TV shows, they got their own YouTube channels with millions of followers. So they're easy to find, and they're all in HD, great quality. One thing that sucks with some of them, because they're not in English, you can't really look them up a lot of times. You can't get too much details about the scenes, the actresses. I work my best to find that information, and I put it in the description, but it's not the easiest to do sometimes. But, the scenes are great. I mean, nobody does... Us Americans, we just don't do the scenes as well. We really don't. A lot of great drama, crime shit coming your way with this international cycles we have. I've been looking forward to running these for a while. But like I said, Recap 22 will get a proper full treatment edit from me at some point this year. But the new stuff is phenomenal. You got a lot to look out for and be excited about there. As far as one other thing I wanted to talk about, the comments. People have been leaving so many stupid comments lately. A lot of little kids. I don't know. I'm gonna be not responding to some comments, just deleting them and gagging accounts. I can't deal with some of the nuisance from little kids anymore. I don't have any problem responding to comments. We don't get that many here, and I like to interact with you guys. But I'll be nice and respond to a comment, which most YouTubers don't even do. I'll respond to a comment, and then suddenly the person thinks I want to have a conversation with them that lasts for a week. Kind of gets annoying. And I can tell when it's a little kid. They can't spell things right. They ask, the dumbest question is people writing on like the kidnapped video. Is this real? Is this what the? I can't read or something. I don't know. Or not. It's little kids. It's frustrating. So, yeah. Let me see. What else? Anything else I wanted to talk about? That's basically it. We need your support. Caught in Traffic is available. We got a lot going on, and I got a lot of new stuff coming out. Like I said, working on. Sometimes you gotta get what you have in order before you can make new stuff. And that's what we're doing a lot with these re-uploads. Um, it has to be done. Re-uploads have to be done. Um, and same with the digital creations. I got to get those remastered and up to par before I can move forward with new content. Um, so that's what I'm working on this year. 2020 has definitely been a year of getting what you already have in order. Um, with how bad things are out there, to try and make new stuff um, is not the most optimal. Also, the full Office Chronicle #1 will be released at some point here soon, and then a preview for #2. But be on the give everything we upload a watch and a like. We need the support. Consider checking out one of our live action titles on Patreon, and that's what we got. And I'll be talking to you guys soon. Thanks.
Hey guys, we are back here. We're getting ready to dive into our first new episodes of 2020 here for the Kidnappers Corner. Typically we do our awards scenes, our DID Oscars, if you will, towards the beginning of the year, how we get stuff going. But if we're going to do those this year, we're gonna wait till the end of the year, I think, because these last couple years things have taken a lot longer to get these episodes out, whether it's the copyright claims or the advertiser guidelines. And this past year, 2019, we only did 20 new episodes, but I had a whole bunch more episodes actually planned, and then 5 of those 20 were the horror movie episodes we just did, which weren't even planned. So it kind of, of all the stuff I want to get out, and if we wait to do the awards, to find 5 scenes from 2019 that are good, and then to do them, it's gonna take too long and set things back again. So I just want to dive into these international scenes that I have saved, like so many of them, mainly because they're really good. One thing that she knows, because she's already seen some of them, and I'll have to send you the link. Did you watch the episode 265, the one Turkish show with the girl in the van?
I think so.
I think you did, yeah. That's a newer Turkish military drama. You probably noticed that was a really good, long, in-depth action scene. International scenes, specifically Turkish scenes, are very known for that. You can even it's like a running thing in this community where people know oh shit, that's Turkish. They just you'll see in the comments sections if you watch the scene clips, people know what it is, that they just know. Yeah, or Russian. So Turkish definitely has to be at the top. Germans are good. Russians are good. Greeks, there's some good Greek scenes. Latin stuff, like soap operas, telenovelas, there's a lot of that. We're going to do soap operas later. I have some of those planned as well, some American soap operas and some Latin soap operas. And there's some international soap operas as well, European, I should say. But some of these international scenes, and we've done some recently, even the horror movie stuff, the 2 British ones we did, they're in English, so you don't really consider them as much of international scenes. But they're familiar. I'll have to send it to you. Episode 254, that's the boat scene, the Saw's boat scene with the 4 girls. Possibly the greatest scene ever. It's very, if you ask people, it was the scene of the year for 2018. Probably the best, maybe what's one of the best scenes ever. It's going to be, when we make stuff, I try and compete with that. That's if I can somehow make something that good. There's 4 women in that one though, so it's gonna be I don't know. It's really really well done, and it's long, and it actually lasted over 3 episodes. Yeah. It actually takes place over 3 episodes. So the whole thing is with the international scenes, specifically the Turkish scenes. I was explaining this to her before we started filming. In the United States, you watch an episode of Law and Order SVU. It's like 40 minutes long without the commercials. In Turkey, they upload all of their episodes onto YouTube. Basically, I don't know if every show does it, but they seem to. And they'll actually have like millions of subscribers to shows. People watch them. I don't know if they're only on YouTube or if they're on the TV networks over there too. But when they do an episode, that episode is like 2 hours and 20 minutes long without commercials. Yeah, that's like an episode. That's an episode of like a Turkish show. And they will still have like a 20 episode season, the same way the US does. So it's like 3 times as much show. And that Saw's boat scene takes place over 3 different episodes. The total amount of footage, I think, for the actual stuff's like 12 minutes. Something like that, 12, 14 minutes, somewhere around there. But I mean, that's quite a bit, like a long span, and they have like these really long, drawn out things. So yeah, there's. I mean, well, you saw with some of the stuff that we reviewed with the horror scenes, the Scream 3 scene, which was over in a blink of an eye. Even the most recent one, the Lesson, that horror movie with the teacher. It only showed that girl a couple times, very limited footage. Even the Child's Play scene, as far as actually showing Aubrey Plaza, probably not all that much, a little bit, but not a ton. These scenes they have no shortage of close-ups, of all kinds of interactions. I don't know, there have been a ton of awesome US-based scenes, but these international scenes, they're definitely on a higher level, I've just noticed. And we have quite a bit of those to get through. I'm thinking there's going to be 20 episodes of those in total and 3 different recaps. So it's going to take us several months to get through those episodes. But that's what we're about to go to work on now. So if you want to see these 2 in action in a filming style that is definitely more towards the international scenes than the US scenes for the most part, go to the Patreon link in the description to check out Caught in Traffic. You will have probably already seen the trailer and the preview, depending on when I release this. We're planning a February release for part 1. So yeah, there's tons to check out there and get excited for, and yeah, so we'll see you guys in the next video.
See you.
If you love what we do here, please consider backing us on Patreon.